Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. And hello, Shelly. I just got to read your message. That is good news. I'm glad that, fingers crossed, you will get to go home. And hopefully everything is okay for you and your family and where you are. Lots of our fellow customers have been thinking about you, and looks like it worked. So that's good. I am glad to see and hear that everything is going well for you, Shelly. Well, as good as it can be going in the circumstances, but going home sounds like really exciting news for you. All right. Before I get into anything, I'm going to just quickly announce last week's winner because I had to pre-record last week, and just next week I will be live, but then the week after will be another pre-recording. Every now and then I am not here on Friday, so I do a pre-recording to make sure you guys have something to watch. And the winner for last week, I think she is commenting, which is kind of funny. It is Shelly. If you go into our Facebook group, you can see Shelly. It's under Shelly Moore's account, and she has posted some lovely cats and dog cards from All in Create and Hunky Dory. And then June Rilling, she also posted her Jamie Rogers cat card. I can't remember if she reposted her dog one, but I know her cat one was in there because the coloring that she does is amazing. She is like a coloring artist. It amazes me, all the work that she creates. So thank you, Shelly and June, for posting those. There might have been more, but I might have missed those. But those were the two that I got to see. But yes, congrats, Shelly. You have won. So I will include something for you too, June. So next time you're in, I will set something aside for you, June. And then, Shelly, you'll get your prize sent with your next order. All right. Before I get into what I'm going to do today, I want to just quickly talk about something that we are kind of doing and introducing here. Yes, her coloring is spectacular. Shelly is commenting. Shelly is on YouTube, and then June is on Facebook. So you guys actually can't see each other's comments, but Shelly just said to June that your coloring is amazing. I just know she can't see it yet. So we are starting a new flyer feature here at Ecstasy Crafts. It'll start every 2 weeks. We're kicking it off this week with some items that have been on sale but haven't been highlighted or anything yet. It'll be bundles. So these are, so I have a flyer. I'm really bad at explaining things in a way that makes sense, I feel like. So I'm going to try my best to get my thoughts organized with what comes out of my mouth. I'm a scatterbrain, so I go think about one thing and my brain goes the next. So I'll show you what the flyer looks like. It is in the newsletter, and I will see if I can get Steph to post it on the website, the flyer. However, there is a banner on the website that you can click on. So we'll be doing this every 2 weeks. There is the date, so it will be ending the 27th. So every Friday we will be introducing a new flyer. So there will be about 6 bundle deals where it's going to be new stuff every time. It's not like we're going to be reusing old things, which is how we're going to keep it exciting. So it'll be new bundles with amazing deals on them. So like, for instance, I might as well go through it since I have the product here. This first bundle was originally $55.62, and it is now on sale for $32. And this is Canadian, just so you guys know the pricing I'm saying. So for just $32, you get lots of ink pads. So there is the like yellow and orange and red. We've got some pinks, greens, browns, blues, and purples. Now, these are really good ink pads. I really like them for a few reasons. They're great for beginners or people who don't ink too much. I would say I do a fair amount of inking. So I would run out of ink in a hurry probably with this, but for those who don't do as much inking, these are great. And also because you have such a variety of colors, you have lots of options. So again, $32, and there are a lot of ink pads in here. You basically have every color you would need for inking. Oops. I also really love the browns. I was using the brown pads not too long ago. So they're really good for blending. They blend really beautifully, which I love. And then they're also really good for stamping. So that's the ink pad. That's the first bundle deal we have. I'm just going to move that aside and show you the next one, which is kind of ironic because it is what I use every single Facebook Live I do with you guys. It actually doesn't move. I have about 3 of these total. So that way, if I'm going to a show, I always have one to use. I don't know what I did before I had my glass mat, but anyway. This is another feature. We have the magnetic glass mat from Studio Light, which comes with 2 or 4. Is it 4? It comes with magnets already. Yeah, so it comes with 4 magnets already, but you're also going to get 2 additional because, you know, you lose these little guys very easily. Yes, it is a good starter kit. So it was originally $69.68, and it is on sale for $45. And if anybody is, I know that a friend of mine, she has a Pacer, so she can't use the Studio Light one per se because of the magnet on it. However, if any of you guys have that issue, the Hunky Dory one is not magnetic, so that is a great alternative. I use both of them, the Hunky Dory and Studio Light. But if anybody has health restrictions like that, magnet, there is one without a magnet as well for the Studio Light. It's just smaller. So that is the other bundle. Then the next one is only available in Canada. There are copyright issues in the States, so we cannot sell this stamping platform in the States. However, we can sell this. Always I think of air hockey whenever I see this, but it is actually a little pressure tool for your stamping platforms. So it just makes it easier it's got a soft felt base, so it runs over your stamping platform really nicely, and it just makes sure that all of your ink transfers. And sometimes there are some stamps that are a little bit uneven, so you have to really apply a lot of pressure, and this makes a huge difference. So that is part of the bundle, plus 2 additional magnets. You'll already get 2, but you got even more. And it is a great little tool. So if you're stamping, your stamp's always going to be the exact same place. I love these as well. I can't live without it. You guys see me use it whenever I do my stamping. I did not grab the foam tape bundle. 1, because I forgot to grab it, and 2, after I was like, either I rushed to go grab it, or, I mean, it's foam tape. I feel like you guys know foam tape at this point. Me showing foam tape, you know what it is. So there is a bundle here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foam tape rolls. And then there are 2 foam pad blocks. So they're like the little squares. I popped over to Facebook, so I wasn't alone on YouTube. Awesome, Shelly. I'm glad to see it. Now you can interact with June and Linda. I'm not sure because we have 2 Facebook groups, so I'm not sure what one you're on, but I know some of you are on Facebook now. We've got the essentials. So this is another great one, you guys. So this is a little scoring tool slash burnishing tools and embossing, so you could do some line embossing. So in that bundle is this. You also get a ruler that has a slight magnet to it. I believe this is the one. Yeah, there's a metal strip. Maybe it's not a magnet. Might just be a metal strip. That anyway. And then I use this all the time. I packed all of mine to go to the States. I really like it because it's got this nice grip for your hand. I have both the Hunky Dory one, which I think is slightly cheaper if you're buying them individually. I do use this one more because of the hand on it. It's a lot easier, but I had to ship it. Plus replacement blades because they get dull if you use them a lot. That's another bundle. And then the last bundle I'm going to show, you guys will recognize this tool. I use it every Facebook Live unless I forgot to grab it or I've moved it. It is a hook tool. This is my favorite tool. Oops, I just hooked myself. My favorite tool, probably that I use most in my card making. So it is the hook tool and then the precision puncture tool. I don't know where, oh, do I have it? Yes, I do have it in here. So it is a very, very fine, let me see, maybe on the back side of this, it might focus a bit better. It is a very, very fine tip. So you can use it for poking your paper to create little holes. You can also use it for picking up things if you wanted to, but it is a precision tool. So that's the last bundle. All right. So that is the flyer feature. Just a reminder, we will every 2 weeks, I will be featuring a new one on my Facebook Lives. So you guys can see what bundles every 2 weeks, new ones that will come. So I'm excited to introduce this. All right, let's get into today's live. So we are going to be going over the template and paper pad envelope bumper pack from Crafter's Companion. Now, the photo online is just the photo of the packaging, which is too bad because it doesn't show you what's inside of it. I normally have this zoomed in, and I think it'll be easier if I zoom it out this time. So I'm going to show you guys all the goodies that come in here and how to use it. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. So inside, you get all of these beautiful papers. I might flip through them individually so you guys can see. There are, I think, 3 per design. Is it 3 or 4? Yeah, 3 per design. I love the colors. The camera might go a little bit wonky because it sometimes does that when there's too much pattern or detail. But the really nice bright papers that you could use for card making, not just, or scrapbooking, not just the envelope making, but it is perfect for that because of the weight. I love the patterns, just the flowers and everything with all the colors. Obviously the pink is capturing my attention. Oh, this is a really pretty one too with all the purples. There's some blue, some pink, and some like coral color. Some blue and purples. Nice white background with some flowers, and then the yellow. So those are the papers that come in here. However, that's not all. We have 28 envelope templates in here. Now, the nice thing about the templates is they are reusable. So you can reuse them after you run out of your paper with any other paper that you have. We actually have Hunky Dory Christmas envelope making paper as well that would work perfectly with this as well. So if you are thinking about getting it, the Hunky Dory Christmas paper, I know Christmas is probably the most popular theme that most of us do for card making. But yes, so we're going to do one of these. I have one done. I wanted to show you, but I'm going to flip through all the different templates that are in here for you guys. I'm just going to move the papers aside. So the first one I kind of organized them. So there's the squares. This is a 4.5 by 4.5. And you can see they are going to be slightly different shapes and styles, which is nice. This is a 4 by 4. We've got a 5 by 5, a 5.5 by 5.5. So these are slightly larger than your 5.5 by 5.5. So that way your card fits into it seamlessly. So I really like how they've done that. Then we've got your 4 by 6. This is the A6 one, which I've already done. I really liked this one because it comes, wait, is it this one that I did? Wait, no, it wasn't this one. It was a different one. Okay. It looks similar. Then this is the US letter. We've got a 4x6. We've got another US letter, just slightly smaller. And then this is the one I did. So I have an envelope to show you guys. So it's funny. I'm looking at you guys chatting with each other. So Shelly she watches every single live. So thank you, Shelly, for joining me. Linda is a customer who I see probably on a weekly basis. She comes into our store a lot to shop, and same with June. So it's nice to see lots of my customers interacting. I really love you guys all. So it's I have a big smile on my face seeing you guys all chatting with each other. Anyway, back to the card or the envelope. So it's my aunt's birthday coming up, so I wrote her name on it. But this is the envelope, and this one has that little cut line, so it just goes into it like so. And then this is just a blank card. I just wanted to show you that the A6 card base fits perfectly inside. And I did decorate it with a Hunky Dory Delightful die cuts. So that's that one. Then we've got a 5x7 envelope, a money envelope. We've got a slimline, a DL, and then these are liner templates. So these are what go on the inside. I don't know if you want me to flip through all of that, but there is one for each of the templates I just showed. This is the one I put inside of mine. So let's create an envelope. I am going to do, I think, I'm debating. So let's do a 5x7. Yeah, I'm going to do the 5x7 as I grab the A6. There it is. And then I'm going to grab the 5x7 template or liner template in here. It's probably going to be the last one I see. Haha, I was right. The last template there. All right. So what I'm going to do is pick out my paper design. I think I might do I'm going to do the yellow on the inside. And I think the white on the outside. So just move the rest out of the way. Oh, by the way, if you guys remember watching me last week, I have a nail appointment to get my nails fixed because they have been driving me crazy. So after this, I am rushing out to go get my nails done. I also have my engagement party tonight with my family, so I needed to make sure I got my nails fixed before anybody started looking at them too closely. All right, so I'm just going to do it on the reverse side because I don't want any pencil marks on the outside. Grab a pencil. Before I do that, I am actually going to grab a piece of low-tack tape, and I'm going to just use this to hold my paper in place. So that way, if it moves slightly, I don't have to worry. I don't have to hold it too tight. So just trace along the edges. And I am going to trace the score lines. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab a scoring tool. So I'm going to text Marianne while we're in here and ask her, I need my Hunky Dory Adorable Scoreable. Hunky Dory Adorable Scoreable, please. Okay, I'm sure she'll get that. So while Marianne's doing that, I'm going to just keep tracing. I really love this because I love pretty envelopes. And sometimes a lot of the times I don't have envelopes. I normally create my own card bases with paper. I don't normally use the pre-done ones. It's just the way I normally do it. I do sometimes if I'm like for my lives and stuff. I always have my Hunky Dory card bases on hand in case I just realized I forgot a score line. Just because it's quick and easy, but when I'm doing my actual cards for my friends and family, I'll create my own, so then I don't have envelopes with it, so it's nice to create your own. Thank you, Linda. Hi, Bea. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. I also haven't seen you in the store in a while, so thank you. You're the best. Marianne just delivered my scoring tool. So I was debating. I did it with scissors the first time, and I'm thinking it might be quicker to do it with a X-Acto knife. So I'm just going to, I think, use an X-Acto knife to cut this quicker. And then with such a big piece too, I was like, it's going to be a little awkward cutting it on camera, especially with such a large piece. Wow, this is way quicker. And then after I'm done cutting this, I'm going to just take an eraser over the edges to make sure that you can't see any pencil marks. I have to remember too that I did some Father's Day cards. Well, one Father's Day card I wanted to show you using the Lakeside Memories collection from Paper Rose. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to give you guys a little secret. I'm going to let you in on a little secret that we haven't announced yet publicly, but it's okay. So you guys should know who this company is. We are getting 2 new companies here at Ecstasy Crafts, and they are more kind of mixed media, which is exciting. So number 1 is the Crafters Workshop, which is the stencil butter. Now, the really cool thing about this is they're actually made in Canada. All their stencil butters are made in Canada. So that'll be the first ever Canadian-made product here at Ecstasy Crafts. There's not a lot of manufacturers actually in Canada, so I was quite surprised to learn that there was one. So that is coming down the pipeline quite soon. So you guys can expect to see that. That was quick cutting. So that is one of the new companies you guys can expect to see. They are known for their stencil butters. They are so popular. I see them all the time on Facebook, people using the stencil butters. I can't wait to get my hands on them. I had been bugging Dennis for probably the past 6 months to try and get it, and finally it's coming. So I think that'll be the top of my envelope since I just cleaned that off. The sides and the bottom I don't need to clean off because nobody's going to see it. I'm just going to catch up on any chats. Shelly also prefers to make her own card bases. Yes, I definitely like a heavier card base too. I got some classic card dies in my friend, and she's had fun making them. That sounds like fun. Was it one of the Creative Expressions ones? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, so I have lines. This is just a sticker in here, but I'm going to show you how to do it without a sticker. So I'm going to put my scoring blade on 9 inches, run it down, and then I'm going to line my corners up to the 9 inches. So both where my tool is, that's the 9 inch, is going to be right in that corner of the envelope. And then the top is also at 9. So I'll do it again in a second. So just score that. So again, at 9 inches, I'm going to run it down. Don't move it. Place my envelope template in that 9-inch. That 9. So again, this corner is bunted right up, you can see. And then if I run from 9 down, the 9 will bunt right up. So that's one way to do it without the stickers. But if you have stickers, you just line up with the sticker. It makes it a lot easier. We did this for a class, and I have not taken it out, thankfully, because I still use my sticker measurement. Now, you could also, if you don't have stickers, you could and wanted to create a line, you could use a marker. However, I love my Hunky Dory scoring tool that I can't draw on it. It would hurt me to have a permanent black marker line in my scoring tool, even though I know I would use it, but I like, oh wait, I've already scored that. Clean. Okay, we're done that. Oh, I just realized I don't have glue, but I have tape, so we will tape today. I shipped my glue to the trade show I'm going to this month, so that is why I don't have it. So I'm just going to fold along my score lines, and then just take your tool and just make it nice and flat. I haven't seen those one. They were Spellbinders. Oh, yeah, Spellbinders has really nice dies. I really like their stuff. I just thought it might have been the Creative Expressions ones because they have ones that are called like classic cars. And you said, well, I guess classic car is a generic like thing, but that's what I thought of. All right, so I'm going to erase this line. Actually, no, I'm going to erase this line because I already cleaned up the top of that. I don't need to erase any of the other ones. Just this one. Actually, it doesn't even need to be erased, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm covering it, so I don't know why I thought that much about it, but before I do anything else, I'm going to take that yellow paper. This is going to go on the inside in my liner template. I'm going to flip it upside down. And now the nice thing about this is it is right angle. So I'm going to line it right up down here. So I have less cutting to do, making my life a little bit easier. Plus it'll create less waste and I'll have all this extra paper that I can use for a card, or I could use for a next template, my liner template. Now I lost my low tack tape. There it is. Again, I'm just going to hold that in place so it doesn't move on me. I'm going to trace the template. And this one will be super easy to cut. Score line. Right, and then peel that back. And then I am going to just cut this one with scissors because I think it'll be just as quick as the X-Acto knife. But I quite liked using the X-Acto knife for that. I'll probably do that more. It's a lot quicker than cutting with scissors. Now the top is a slight round, so I'm just going to round the top a little bit, just so it looks cohesive. All right, now I'm just going to do that one score line. This is pretty easy. Just go top down. And then fold it back. That. All right, now again, I forgot my glue, so I'm going to use tape. So I will tape just underneath of that score line down here. And the top, I'm not going to worry too much just because I don't need anything on the bottom. You could if you wanted to, but I know it'll be fine. All right, where's my hook tool? Just remove the backing of that. I also learned after last week's live that this tool has been my lifesaver this week since I don't have my nails fixed. I've been struggling picking things up. So this tool I've stopped cursing since I've started using this to peel things. I mean, I use that tool all the time. I just don't normally use it to peel because I use my fingernails a lot, but this made the most sense. Okay, now normally I would do this with glue, so it gives me a bit of wiggle room if I need to, but I don't have my glue, so I'm going to fold it back and just place this right in the center as I can get it, right up to that score line. And then I'm going to fold this over, and by folding it over, I will ensure that it's not too tight or anything. It'll fold nicely, as opposed to if you had laid it flat, it would maybe not have scored so nicely. But anyway, that's the envelope. Now let's close her up. So I'm going to do some, but not go right to the edge. So I'm going to go along, but leaving just a bit at the top. About that should be good. There we go. And I've got tape stuck to me. There we go. And folder flat. Oh, oops. Okay. Well, not perfectly flat, but nobody would know. There you go. It looks perfect now. All right. So that is a 5x7 envelope done. Now what you could do is you've got some paper. Let's see if I've got that blue might complement that nicely. That coral color. Let me see, I've got more paper. Does this green go? Nope. Okay, let's go back to paper pad. I feel like I like that blue. Both blues are quite nice. These blues and purples are nice. Okay, I've decided purple it is. Okay, I'm going to trim this so that is a 5x7 base. So I'm going to take 2 inches off, but I'm going to do a 3 by 5. And then this will be the front. I'm just thinking a rounded corner might look nice. I might actually do it even smaller than that because it is a pattern. So I want it to be, let's do, why do I have it at 4.5? That's not even, I didn't even do the 3 inches. I don't know what my measurements were. Anyway, all right, so that'll be the front piece. Now I need to find tape, which there it is. It's getting messy in here. If I can peel. So Linda was actually in that class I was just talking about where we put the tape in our score lines. Oops. There we go. And she said that she kept the stickers on her scoreboard as well. Comes in handy more than you would think after you've done it. You're like, oh, I could use the stickers. I like the idea of homemade envelopes. Great way to use up some paper and add to the homemade card. Yes, absolutely. Okay, let's put that in the middle. And then I have, this is the Wonderful Wildflowers from Hunky Dory Delightful Die Cuts. And I want to see, there are little corners I could use, but I kind of like Actually, no, I'm going to do the white flower. I have an idea. And these just pop out, so let's do it the first way. It's always fun mixing brands. I just realized I cut the flower thing off, but that's okay. So I might do that on the side there. I don't have glue. And I don't want to foam pad it, so I'm not going to attach it yet. We'll have to do that after. So just pretend that that is there. All right, so again, that is the envelope. I'll show you the first one I did. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Let me just show that packaging again so you guys can see what I used. That was the template and paper pad from Crafter's Companion. It was a really long SKU, so I'm not going to bother reading it off. But yeah, we have lots of these in stock. So great deal. Obviously, you've got your templates forever, so you can use them with lots of other paper. We do have other patterned envelope paper, and especially the Christmas would be great to do with the leftover templates. Okay, let's do a... Oh, actually, wait, before I do a giveaway, I want to show you the card that I did using the Lakeside Memories from Paper Rose. Melissa, she said, I've inspired her to make envelopes. Oh, I'm glad. That makes me happy. All right, so let's do a giveaway. I think I might give away one of the Studio Light bundles. I think I will do... I'm going to do 2 giveaways. I have 11 people watching live, so I'm going to do 2. So the first one is going to be with this hook tool and the little pokey tool. So this, I've got to think of, okay. For this one, I'm going to ask a question, so get ready to type. What was... Oh, this is going to be a tough one. What company did I show last week? So last week, what company? Wow, I thought somebody would have had this typed out already. Still waiting. I'll repeat the question. What company did I feature last week on my Facebook Live last week? Let me get a notepad ready. I'll give you a hint since you guys are taking so long. I can't remember, LOL. Oh, no. Okay, June, congrats. You've got it. Studio Light, yes. So June, you've got that. And then this next one is going to be the scoring tool with the X-Acto knife and the replacement blades, and then the ruler. So I'm going to pick from my comment section. So I'm going to look away, and if you've commented, you've got a high chance. And it is Shelly Moore. So congrats, the two of you. You both have quite a few prizes waiting for you. But thank you so much to everybody who watched me live. I will be live again next week. We had a lot of stuff arrive. I think hopefully... So next week, I want to do the new Craft Treat quick folio, and I want to do it with the new Paper Rose collection that hasn't arrived yet. So fingers crossed that comes in next week, because then I can do that for my Facebook Live next week. But if it doesn't, I might have to switch gears. But we've had a ton of stuff arrive, so I have lots of options to choose. If there's anything you guys want to see next week, let me know. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I need to go and get ready for my engagement party and then go get my nails fixed. All right, see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Oh, LOL, I cut out. So what did you win? Shelly, you won the this little tool bundle here that I showed. All right, see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Melissa.